Hi guys, welcome to your part 3. This is for fixed signs. This is now my third time recording a video for you guys. So I just want to let you guys know there's a lot of love because it took everything in me not to close my computer and end the night, okay? So Leo, we're doing a what needs to stay and what needs to go. What needs to stay is your discipline. Okay, sometimes you may lighten up on your discipline, or you may try to not be as disciplined as possible, but you need to still be disciplined. And I know you feel like your discipline is driving you to loneliness. It's driving you to sadness. When I'm looking at this card, I'm thinking of SpongeBob when he was chilling with the nickel and the napkin, and he was all by himself. That's the same type of vibe that I'm getting from you. And it's just like, you need to start finding joy in solitude. You look at solitude as a punishment. You look at being by yourself as a punishment. You need to start looking at it as a blessing. The more you enjoy your own company, the more happier you'll begin to be. What you need to let go of is you need to let go of comfortability. I feel like sometimes when you get too comfortable, it makes you not want to move places. Just saw 111, which is so funny because that's confirmation to me, because when I did your last reading, I literally saw 111. So talk about alignment. You need to truly focus on keeping your eyes on the prize. You're definitely close to your winning season. However, just because you're close doesn't mean that it's guaranteed. You still have to put in the work for those manifestations and place efforts that push you into the lifestyle you want. Every day, your goals and actions should be aligning with what you're wanting for your future. So with that being said, every day your goals and actions should be aligning with what you want with your future. Don't ever feel like you need to lighten up, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying lighten up, but I mean like sometimes you feel the need to loosen up your boundaries, and Spirit is like, why? What are you doing that for? You know? You know what I mean? Spirit is like, you need to also like really, really, really let go of being too comfortable in places. Sometimes you let the history that you've known somebody, or the amount of time that you've known somebody, let you have to keep going through something over and over and over and over and over again. Don't let it be that, all right? Don't let it be that. Taurus, what needs to stay is your ability to make something out of nothing, all right? You are able to create and cultivate things that work in your favor, all right? And people be asking you like, how the fuck you did that? You know what I'm saying? People could be leaving you for dead and then be shocked that you still surviving. You know what I'm saying? You know those movies where they like, you know, try to somebody and then all of a sudden they still find out that that person is alive, and they're like, I feel like that's you. Like you have this like resilience about you. You have like this like energy about you that's like, I'm not giving up. Okay. So commend you for that. Okay. I definitely feel like you are in this phase of like you're trying to figure out who you are and what aligns with you. Make sure that you stick through with that path. Make sure you don't lighten up on that path, all right? What you need to let go of, you need to let go of the expectation that your mother has for you, okay? I feel like your mother has a deep expectation of you, or you have too much expectations for your mother. Release the expectations from your mother. You need to decenter yourself from your mother's values, because I feel like 90% of the time, the things that you do is because you blame it on your mom, or you're thinking about your mom. 333 could have significance. There's power in the pain that you've endured in the past. We spent so much time focusing on how our past affects us negatively, we never take the time to see how it's helped us grow. You spend far too much time focusing on the negative. It's time to shift your perspective and see what you can take from this in order to grow. Try and find the gratitude within each situation. So what you've endured with your mother and what you faced with your mom was literally like just a bump in the road. That's what Spirit's saying. Don't be like, bitch, you don't know my situation, you know, bump in the road. You know what I'm saying? But Spirit's basically saying, like, please do not internalize this pain for the rest of your life. Please don't be 87 years old on your bed being like, oh my God, this is the way that I am because of my mom. Like, yes, your mom has a big impact on your life, but we also have to take accountability for how long we let that impact us, right? So Spirit is saying, take accountability. I know you're like, take accountability. Yes, take accountability, boo. Take accountability of your own life. Are you going to let the pain that you've endured from your mother rule your whole entire life and every single action you do? For some of you guys, it's a father, but he acts like a feminine, is what Spirit is saying. All right. Scorpio. Spirit likes the fact that, like, you take your own direction. Like, you don't follow what everybody else is doing. Like, everybody could be like, oh, you going to Japan? Like, You go to Dubai? What's over there? And you're like, I don't know. I'm just going to be over there. And you just take that leap of faith, and it always works out in your favor. Literally, the leap of faith that you take always work out in your favor, and they bring you to like more divine blessings. I feel like you are someone who is very intuitive, Scorpio. Very, very, very intuitive. And so when you do certain things, you think, oh, it's out of luck, but really it was your intuition that's guiding you. So make sure you still stick through with that, okay? Make sure you still follow through with your intuition, okay? What you need to let go of is, if you need to let go of secrets, Spirit is saying you hold a lot of secrets in, you need to let it go. And Spirit is also saying, stop gossiping, stop gossiping, stop gossiping, stop gossiping. Even if the person that you're gossiping with, it can keep their mouth shut so tight and they can never open it, that gossip will always come back to you. It's always going to come back. You're always going to get it. You're always going to feel it. So it's just best to just, okay, you don't even want to deal with that type of stuff, all right? Aquarius, you are creating your own family. I feel like many of you guys are trying to create your own family. You're trying to create your own traditions, your own life. I feel like you didn't like the way you grew up, or you didn't like the way that your parents, ooh, confirmation. You don't like the way you grew up, or you don't like the way that your parents raised you. So now you're trying to take a completely different approach to things. And I think that's requiring you to create your own family, to create your own destiny, to create your own group of things that you actually love. I feel like a lot of you guys are starting to manifest and work with your magic. The magic that you are working with is going to bring a lot of blessings into your life, okay? So you've been doing a lot of magical spells, a lot of things and tips and tricks. It's going to bring you a lot of blessings, trust me, okay? Your spirit team is basically saying that, like, you know, just make sure that you keep your eye on the prize. Don't get distracted, okay? What needs to go is you feeling the need to take action on everything. Yeah, so this is just confirmation. It is literally okay for you to let things fizzle out. It's okay for you to let things burn out. I'm feeling like this is shit that you have been dealing with for generations. Like, you haven't been dealing with it, but your family has been going through this loop constantly. Like, your mother's mother did this, your mother's mother before did this, your mother's mother before did this, the mother before did this. Like, 727 is confirmation. This is an ongoing motherfucking cycle. Like, it's not, it's going to be a long time coming before it stops. But it could end with you. You don't have to act like them. But the only way to not act like them is to learn from them. Learn why they treat you this way. You know what I'm saying? Don't internalize this pain, because yes, people pass down trauma to us, but we don't have to make that be our story. Like I said, maybe you need to check out the other signs readings in the beginning. But I was literally talking about, do not internalize your pain. Do not let that be your story for the rest of your life. Yes, that person traumatized you, but how are we going to heal from it? How are we going to grow from it? How are we going to move from it? You get what I'm saying? Don't make this be your whole entire story where, like, every time somebody asks you why you are the way that you are today, you're talking about your parents. Let's switch it up. Let's do something different. All right? So this is what you're needing to let go of this new moon, okay? And that's why it's popping up during this new moon. I keep saying new moon. That's why it keeps popping up during this full moon, because we are thinking about the past heavily. We are constantly thinking about our home life, our family life, our relationships and stuff like that, reminiscing, is it good for us? Do we want these things? Okay, so make sure you are taking the time to reflect, and make sure you are taking the time to release during this full moon. This is the perfect time to be releasing things that you do not want. All right.